Hey, what's going on out there? It's time for the 95 North Sports Machine. I know it's been a while, man, but it's been a little technical difficult and a lot going on behind the scenes. But my boy Berto will be back soon, man. He'll be back up and running soon, hopefully. And we gonna hold it down for him, man. But y'all can still go check
Lord.
Berto out on Bleacher Reports on Sundays, and you can check him out on 95 North Falcons Talk Show. And I got my boy Chris rolling with me, man. We're gonna give y'all a quick preview
Dude.
of the Falcons and Raiders, man. Quick 30-minute preview. Try to get some in for y'all because we know y'all need y'all information. But right quick, man, tell the people what's up before we get to rolling.
Hey man, how y'all doing out there, man? Hey, quick pop-up show real quick, but you still got to get the content out. You already know, just like Smitty was saying. Gonna give y'all a quick recap here of a few things, X Factors, the norm. And I appreciate y'all for coming in and always sticking with us as always, man. The 95 North Sports Machine here.
Facts. But let's take a quick recap, man. Last week's game, man, another loss. Four straight losses for the Falcons, man. It's getting all pretty, and y'all see the topic, the headline, the title. Is this Kirk Cousins' last start in Atlanta against the Raiders? Hey, that's a question going around, man. And honestly, I don't know. But you look at last week's game, man. Sam Donald was out looking like Joe Montana and throwing to Jerry Rice and John Taylor because Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson put on the show last week. Both receivers had over 130 yards. Addison had three
Mhm.
touchdowns. Jordan Jefferson had two. Justin Jefferson had two. And look, it could have got no worse than it did last week, man. Honest to God. Third quarter, even Kirk Cousins said it. He went out the game, it was 21-21. He got back in with 35-21. You know the
Right.
turnovers hurt. And he was part of the problem, even though he's probably not going to admit that. But he was part of that problem. But right quick, man, give us your quick thought on what happened last week. What happened with the Falcons offense? And I'll just let them know what happened with the defense.
Oh, well, shoot, with the Falcons offense, well, you already know. I mean, it was situational play calling, certain things that shouldn't have been called in key situations. Shoot, honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong that really was too bad. It wasn't anything that was terrible. It wasn't a four pick game, but guess what? You turn the ball over again, and you can't do that. You just can't do that. Coming off of a four pick game, and the next thing you know, I already knew, and we talked about it too, Smitty, when we was watching the game. Like, hey man, it's not looking good. Next thing you know, we're behind. We already know Kirk gonna have to start throwing a little bit more. Next thing you know, boom, that's that second pick. So it's just like at the end of the day, man, you just can't turn the ball over. And we had the run game going. I feel like we should have stayed with that run game some more, punish that defense because it was working. It was working. I'm gonna go back to the situational play calling since I'm talking about the offense. That down there on the goal line right before the halftime, man, that should have been six. That should have been six. There's no excuse for that. Honestly, personally, for me, there's no excuse for that. You supposed to punch that in. You try outside zone run with Bijan Robinson, it gets stuffed, and then you try to pass the ball, and that gets negated as well. So it's just like, come on, man, can we just keep things a little bit more simple? I'm just saying, just go forward. You already had got a touchdown from Tyler Algier. You could have just ran him again, possibly, or even ran Bijan up the middle if you wanted to, but
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Um, but honestly, man, I don't know why they can't get a rhythm going on offense. It seems like when they get the run game going, here goes Zach Robinson trying to throw the ball 5, 6 straight plays,
and I don't
trying to
understand.
overdo it, and you can't do that, man. You can't do it. Defensive wise, man, they played pretty strong the first half. I think they had 3 sacks the first half, 4 for the game, and that's 9 sacks over the last 2 games. You got to remember through the first 10 or 11 games, they only had 9 the whole season. So they fixed a little bit on defense what they had the problem with, but the problem with for the entire team is balance and consistency. Like I said, for some reason, Minnesota adjusted the second half and they seen exactly how to attack Atlanta. But for some reason, Atlanta could not adjust on defense the second half. And maybe they were gassed, who knows? Uh, but they could not adjust the second half. Sam Darnold had a field day, like I said, 347, 5 touchdowns. And Minnesota, they just ran roughshod over the Falcons. But the defense, the last 2 weeks has improved just a little bit enough to get sacks. But one thing that I did see also, they played man the first half, second half, they backed off, switched to zone, and we all know that zone defense has been killing us
Yeah,
all.
they went back
So
to it.
that zone defense, man, it's pretty tough, man.
Yeah.
But
And
that
another thing,
go
no,
ahead.
this was about no, just about to talk about it. And again, like the Falcons didn't have like terrible game because you look into the yardage and everything. We had the yardage over them. The running game was working. Again, I really feel like we should have stayed with that run game. We was our averaging over 7 yards per play, but those penalties, how do you racked up 12 penalties for 127 yards?
Right.
Like I mean, you won time of possession, but those penalties just kill you on offense. And you know what I'm saying? It's they stunt drives every time. They stagger them every time. And it always seems
Agreed.
to like when we have those, especially like in the red zone, I would love to see how many penalties we have in the red zone this season. I would love to see that breakdown because I think we have a lot of them in the red zone, but we have too many of them, period. All season long, we've been talking about penalties. We've been talking about the Falcons shooting themselves in the foot all the time. And this one right here was on full display. Full display because everything else was kind of like in your favor. You ran more plays. I mean, on third down, don't get me wrong, the Vikings were efficient being 8 for 12, but you still was 7 for 13. You wasn't no slouch on third down in this game. But
Right.
the fumble, the 2 interceptions, the penalties, all
And I
those,
think
all
Keith
those
and penalties, that discipline, man. We talked about discipline for the last month, 2 months. But Keith makes a great point, man. I think his play calling is due to Kurt's limitations. And we've been talking about that a lot lately. And we talk about arm
things.
strength, not being able to make certain throws. You
Mhm.
remember the game before where Donnell Mooney was wide open, he couldn't hit him in stride. The ball hopped on the ground to him, and he
Man,
hits Darnell Mooney in stride. That's a touchdown. You look at this
indeed.
game where Drake London was wide open over the middle, but he threw it late, pump faked it, couldn't get it over the linebacker. Guess what?
That
Another
pump fake.
interception. So
And he
yeah,
that's
that's a great
twice, that's 2 weeks in a row that he's done that too. The pump fake and throw a pick. Every
right,
time he pump fakes, it's a pick lately. And that's
right.
you
So
just can't have that, man. You can't have those
right.
type of plays, man.
So Keith, this is a great point, my dude. It is limitation because of Kurt. And hey, we'll see can they get better this game. Miss TMZ, Christian Lewis, what's good? Y'all go check out, man. Atlanta, the Bird game, the Lady Birds of the AFN, man. Please go check them out, man. They do their thing on the AFN platform. But let's get
And
into right quick. Let's talk about this Raider game. 2-11,
okay,
9 straight losses. Antonio Pierce might be on the way out. They may end up blowing
that's
this
crazy.
team up. Who knows? So right quick.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
what are
The,
your
the,
thoughts going into this game?
my thoughts going into this game, shoot, simple, man. You got to win. I don't care who if they're 2-7, 0-16. I mean, look, man, you got to win. That's bottom line for me. And I've been saying this. It's been playoff atmosphere, playoff type football ever since the bye week. So every game we need to be playing like it's the playoffs. And I'm sorry, we can't treat this game no different. I don't care if it's Aiden O'Connell. I don't care if it's Desmond Ritter. I don't care who they roll out there. Ken Stabler can come out there. I don't even care. We at the end of the day, we need to find a way to win this game. It's time to get off of the schneid with the season is starting to get away from us. Like, no, no, no. The season has gotten away from us.
Yeah, I was
The
going to
season
say
has
started
gotten
out the
away.
question at this point.
Yes, it has already gotten away from us. So we have to be able to find a way to stop the skid. The Falcons got to find a way to stop the skid. We've been talking about all season different ways on how they can attack defenses, and this defense is no different. Yes, they have Max Crosby, they have a good pass rush, decent cornerback play as well too. But this team can be exposed the same way that a lot of these other teams have been exposed. We can still run against this defense as well. But You got to stop hurting yourselves. A lot of times, Falcons are beating themselves and they're just aiding other teams. They got to stop that, and it has to stop this week. If this is the week that, hey, against a bad team that you just got to right the ship, then so be it. Don't be on on prime time television. Don't embarrass yourself even worse. You need to get it together this week against this 2-7 Raiders team.
Facts. Shout out to our boy John Higgins, man.
What
He
it
said,
do,
I already know
John?
how he feel. Yeah, I talked to Big John earlier today, man. He pissed. And I could blame him, man. He's been a Falcon fan since the late 70s, early 80s. So trust me, I
Right.
know how he
Yeah.
feel. He's been seeing it just as long as I have. So I agree. But John, man, look, this game right here, this has to be the get back game. I'm like A1. It don't matter who started quarterback. You just got to come out, hit him in the mouth early, and just knock him out the park, and just have the game over by halftime. If you can do that, it's a guaranteed win. These next two games, Raiders, Giants, these are two winnable games. Puts you back at 8-7, back over 500 if you win both, and
Right.
probably, to be honest, it saves Raheem's job because I still think it's in limbo, to be honest, because a 6-3 start and then you end up with a losing record. That's not a good look. Does that mean you reached your ceiling? Possibly. But when you look at the quarterback situation in Las Vegas, you still got to account for Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is setting the
Yep.
NFL on fire his rookie season. He's probably going to be one of those guys that's going to be stuck on a bad team for many years to come. And only way he gets out of it is he demands a trade. But Brock Bowers is
Real
everything we thought he was going to be coming out of Georgia. So
crazy.
you have to stop.
Real
You
quick.
got to stop. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick. Brock Bauer needs 144 receiving yards to break the NFL record for the most receiving yards by a rookie tight end.
Right. So we almost there. So look, he has 4 games to do it. He's gonna blow it out the water. He's probably gonna set a new rookie record tight end for receptions. I think he's already done that actually. So you talk about touchdowns. I don't think nobody's gonna touch those 12 touchdowns by Mike Dicker. I mean, if they do, it's
Right.
gonna be down the road. But you can make this team one dimensional. I mean, to me, that's a win because they're last in the league in rushing at 79 yards. That's total and utter one dimensional team. So this, with the way you've been rushing the quarterback the last 2 games with those 9 sacks, this is another game that you should be able to get off and get sacks and just slow this team down because, like I said, if they can't run the ball, they're going to be one dimensional. You know what they're going to do. So what you have
Yeah.
to do is go back to man coverage. You have to go back to
Mhm.
what worked. That 4-game streak in the middle of the
Got to
season
pull
where
that.
you
Smitty, they better pull out that playbook that they did against the Chargers.
right, exactly.
You
Exactly.
better pull that
So
out. I'm talking about for real.
yeah, Tony, right. We
They
can't
got,
lose this team. They had the first overall pick, and I think they're gonna try to keep it, so they may just lay down this game.
we'll see.
But
It all depends on who's starting that quarterback, man.
right, Dre
Because I
Murphy
mean, they can
says
still
drop
said double
double team
team Brock
Brock
Bowers.
Bowers is exactly what you have to do. You have to put Troy Anderson and possibly Justin Simmons on him because he's gonna
Right.
be the main guy because you know they traded Devontae Adams and look, I'm telling you, um 3 sacks this game. I think that's the recipe for a win. Strong defensive
Right.
play, like you played in the game before, which you lost to the Chargers, and then last week, I think too. I think they had 3 or 4 sacks last week. So yeah,
Yeah.
use that
See, but
same.
that's the
Use.
problem, though. That's the problem, though,
Go ahead.
Smitty. We had 3 or 4 sacks last week, but we also had 4 or 5 big plays given up by the secondary. That cannot happen. AJ Terrell, he played well. Pretty much everybody that they put him just about on a couple of different people. Mostly he held Justin Jefferson to like 1 catch. I know that. And then when Addison started going off, I know they started trying to move him around. But AJ Terrell, his play was good, but we already seen one of our favorites, like D Alford, one of our another guy, and Jesse Bates being here and there, and being out of the wrong in the wrong spacing, and it
Right.
just overall just the secondary as a whole just was not good, and it was crazy because it's just like, dang it, If we just had good secondary play, you know what I'm saying, with that pass rush, we definitely could have won that game. We should have
Facts.
won that game, and it's like then you go back to the Chargers game and it's like, man, if we just didn't have those 4 picks, we stomped the Chargers. So it's just like it's just, can we just play a complete game? That's really what we're searching for right now. We're having like different elements to win games, but we're not finishing. We're not executing all the way properly. We're having penalty after penalty. And you see it on the players' face. They're getting frustrated with the refs and everything like that. And I understand, because some of those calls were straight crap, garbage. But at the end of the day, we still have to do our job. So,
Facts.
bro,
And Dre
yeah.
Murphy
So,
makes a great point, man. If Ritter starts, it's going to be another mobile quarterback, so he already knows how to attack this defense. If he's been studying his playbook, he's going to
right.
use his legs to extend plays. He's still throwing interceptions. He threw one last week, so he's still the same Desmond Ritter. So all you got to do is put pressure on him. You put pressure on him, force mistakes. I think that's an automatic win. Aiden McConnell is a game time decision, so we don't even know if he's going to play.
Right.
But if he
They
does, I
did
still
sign a
think.
quarterback. They did sign
Yeah,
a
I think
quarterback.
they did. I can't think of his name right
Mhm.
now, but they did sign a quarterback. Keith
Mhm.
said Justin Simmons is killing us. Agreed. Our boy Red Storm
Yeah, yeah.
stopping through, man. Thank
What
you,
is it,
Red
Swarm?
Swarm, man, for supporting me on the NFC South Roundtable, man.
Yes, sir.
Truly appreciate it, man. You in there every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, repping the Falcons. You A1, a couple other
Rise
people,
up.
man. Miss Miss Tiff
Yeah.
Rains, who has a birthday today.
Archangel.
So shout out to Miss Tiff Rains, happy birthday.
So happy
But look,
birthday to you.
let's look at matchups, man. Give me your key matchup for this game.
Yikes. Okay. Hmm. Key matchup. I'm trying not to be typical, man. I'm trying to find
I threw
something
you an
different.
alley oop, so go on and use it.
Man, oh man, oh man. I'm trying to see if I can. To be honest with you, I would say it's got to be Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier versus this front seven of the Las Vegas Raiders. I almost call them Oakland, but Las Vegas
Hey man, I
Raiders.
still do it. Don't feel bad, bro.
Man,
I
yeah,
still do it.
I really almost just called them Oakland, but yeah, man. So I feel like Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier. I think we should try to punish these guys, man. If you want to run away from Max Crosby and stay away from him, okay, so be it. I know we're gonna do outside runs. I know we're gonna do different design runs anyway. But
And we
I really
and we
believe
talked
that we can take advantage of these guys.
right.
Like,
And go ahead.
no, okay. Yeah, I was about to say it because I mean, totally, like they give up 117 yards per game. And they also allowed, I said some of the most points. They're 30th in points, I said 27.8 per game. This, like you said earlier, this should be right here as a get right game for the Atlanta Falcons. And like I've been saying too, you got to stop this skid. And this is a team that you can do this against. I mean, you can run the ball against them to give up points. Now they're 14th, but you can still run the ball against them with our two dynamic backs. Are you kidding?
Right.
And also they're 15th in passing at 217, what I'm saying, per game. I think Kirk can get around 230, and be effective as long as he doesn't turn the ball over. That's the main thing for him. Can we get a clean game? Can we get a clean game? How y'all doing, Bucks raising boats and everything? But yeah, we need a clean game from our quarterback, regardless. Too many turnovers, 8 in the last 4 games, and he's not throwing touchdowns. That has to stop too. If we're going to
Right.
be a playoff contending team, that has to stop because there's only one team coming out the NFC South, and that's going to be the division winner. That's what
Right.
it's shaping up to be. So, if that's going to be us, this is the week right here to start turning it around. The Chargers, we got to hope that that's what we were saying too. We was hoping we wasn't going to be in this situation, but we got to hope that the Chargers can beat the Bucks as well. We had this wrapped up. Okay, let me not get into this rant. But you guys know, Falcon fans, we had it wrapped up. We had it wrapped up, but now we have to hope that the Chargers can take care of business against the Bucks. We can take care of business against the Raiders. We'll be back in first place. You know,
Facts.
it is really that simple. I know it really is that simple. If the Chargers can win, but you know what I'm saying, and if we can win, then everything is right as rain for 1 week at least. You know, but ultimately, I actually have this set up really well for us too, Smitty. Because if we can take care of business really the next 2 weeks, we'll put pressure on the Bucks as well. You know what I'm saying? Against
Yeah.
the Raiders and the Giants. Now, you know,
Yep.
the last 2 games of the season could be toss-ups, but we got to start doing our job and we got to win. It's just like forget all the stats and the numbers and all that stuff like that about that we normally do. How I feel, bro, is just we have to execute on both sides of the ball for 60 freaking minutes, man. Put a complete game together finally.
Facts. And I'm gonna say the key matchup for the Falcons, and I think this is going to be um true going forward. I just think the Falcons front seven against the Raiders offensive line win the game in the trenches is probably going to be the key matchup in this game. And I think if they can dominate line of scrimmage, easy win, and on offense as well, run the football, control the clock, get out of there without injuries. Even if it's a low scoring game, a win is a win. Run the football, control the clock, get out of Las Vegas with a win. And we know Monday nights on a short week, you've got to shorten the game to keep from tiring yourself out because Sunday will be here before you know it.
Yep.
So
And
I
that's a
think the
one
key
o'clock
matchup,
game against the Giants.
right? And I think the key matchup is going to be the Falcons front seven against the Raiders offensive line. X factors. X factors is pretty tricky this game. Give me your X factor right quick. I think he cut out for a second. I'll give y'all my X factor right quick. My X factor. My X factor for this game. I'm going to go AJ Terrell. And the reason why I'm going AJ Terrell, this secondary has to step up after being humiliated last week. And AJ had an excellent game last week. That's the crazy thing about it. AJ had an excellent game, and he did his thing. He only allowed one catch from Justin Jefferson, and
Yeah,
you
AJ
got to
Terrell.
see it as, yeah, you got to see it as that was a stepping stone. So if he can keep it going this week with the way he played last week, and really the Raiders don't have a number one receiver, so I could see AJ playing in the slot sometime to go against Bowers. But I think that's got to be the X factor. Get that secondary up and running again. D. Alford, Clark Phillips played bad last week, so all the guys in the secondary need a momentum boost. So I'm going AJ Terrell this game. I think he locks down the Raiders receivers, and I think that helps the front seven get to the quarterback.
Right. X Factor for me, I hate to say it, man. It's an alley oop, but I'm gonna have to go Kirk Cousins. I already been talking about him. You gotta play mistake-free football. Stop turning the ball over. Stop giving the other team extra possessions. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna go just the offense in total because just like Miss Christie was saying, X Factor, eliminate stupid penalties. So
Boy,
you know,
the
so
penalty was so stupid last week.
that's a great X factor. But my X factor on defense is going to be Mr. AK, Mr. Arnold Abercady, a guy who's been kind of like turning the corner. You know, starting to get to the quarterback a little bit more. Hey, I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I need you to step up and get me a couple sacks this game. I need you to go ahead and get your second career multi-sack game. This game right here, man. Go ahead. Let's show us the doctor of all sacks, man. Show us that in this game. I like what you've been doing lately. I see your motor. I see that you've been working. And honestly, I'm gonna give you your flowers, you know, so on that aspect, but I want to see it this game. I know people are gonna be talking about Max Crosby, this, you know, and everything that he can do. And I know he's like a half a sack away from like 60 career total career sacks or something like that. But hey,
Yeah.
man, make this game be about our defense. You go ahead and make your statement and impact this game. I'm going with AK as my X factor on defense. And again, Kirk Cousins. Hey, man, I'm not even asking for the Bucks Kirk Cousins. I'm just asking for a competent quarterback that's not going to turn the ball over and give us a chance to win this game.
Hey man, if y'all haven't seen it yet, Go check out my video I did a little earlier today. Falcons wasting Bijan Robinson talent. Please go check that out on the channel. Prediction, man. Prediction for this game. I think the Falcons should run away with this game. They should, and I think they will. So I'm going to take the Falcons 24-14 over the Raiders. I think they should, handle this one very easily, win by at least 10 points. We have a question by Red Swarm, but before we get into that final question, please give me your prediction for this game.
Oh man, I'm gonna go 25-13, man. I know that's big. That's a big leap.
So you
Considering
mean
the
to
fact
tell
that
me 25 points? So that you mean to tell me Young Wei Koo missed 3 extra points?
Nah, man, I don't know how we're gonna get to 25. To be honest with you, maybe we'll get a safety when we get 23 points or something. But
That'll work for
either
me.
way it go, yeah, man. Either way it go. I'll go 25 or 26 points. Either way it go, I'm gonna go with a nice little margin over the Raiders. Again, I know we haven't we haven't shown that we can really, dominate any team lately, but I'm gonna go there. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
Christian wants to know, can Kirk Cousins swag surf his hips and his feet? Maybe he needs to feel the power of his chains and put them on. I don't know what the hell he need to do, but he needed to get his foot out his ass and do what he need to do to win football games. But we had a
To be
question by
honest with
Red Swarm. He want
Oh
to
yeah.
know. Go ahead, right quick before we answer this
Oh,
question.
oh no, I was just about to say I don't want to see no more swagging and surfing, no more. Honestly, unless we go into the playoffs.
Right,
Honestly, unless we go into the
right.
playoffs, I don't even want to see it.
Yeah, I don't give a damn about no swag server. I can't dance in the goddamn way. Red Swarm, he said, can you and Tip tell me what are y'all thoughts on our linebackers? It just feel to me like we get beat in the middle of the field a lot.
Shoot, we
I
do.
think the problem with the linebackers, man, honestly, too many injuries, and they're not fully healed. So, and it to me, it's the coaching staff fault. You have Rashawn Evans on the practice squad. You could bring him up at least one game to see what he do to see can he get a sense of change of direction on the linebacking core because Troy Anderson has been hurt for most of the season.
Mm,
Caden Ellis has been playing out of his mind this year, and JD
right.
Bertrand has been on the injury list the last month. So and you look at Nate Lamon who's been hurt. So the linebackers have been nicked up quite a bit this year, and
Right.
the injuries have mounted up, and that's probably why they've been looking off because they're not fully healed. They're forcing them to play because they don't have any depth at linebacker. So
I was about to
what
say
I
that
would do,
myself.
I would go out and sign a couple of linebackers and just roll with it. I mean, what worse can they do? I mean, let the guys heal down the stretch. You can honestly, they could have put the linebackers on injury reserve 2 weeks ago, and they would have been back for the last 2 games of the season. So that's the coaching staff fault and the training staff's fault, man. So I just think it's too many injuries at the linebacker position. Is the reason why they're not playing as they should. Boom, what's up, man?
Also,
You said
also,
defensive backs got to play better. D offered and
yeah,
Clark Phillips, absolutely. But one
yeah,
thing,
heck yeah.
Boom, you got to understand. Mike Hughes been hurt a lot the last month, so he's been hobbled. And then Clark Phillips has been forced to play outside and inside. Same for D Offord, and they're just not used to that workload. And it
No, yeah,
showed last
Alfred
week.
been hurt a few times this year too.
Right?
Yeah,
They all
Alfred been
been
hurt.
hurt, so
So he's coming
it
back.
showed
I mean, it's
last
still
week.
no excuse. Not making excuses for him. We just saying.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah,
But
those
Dre said,
linebackers.
speaking of linebacker, I can see Tampa Bay sucking their sign linebacker Debo. Yeah, he did sign. They did sign
Yeah.
Deion Jones, but I think Deion Jones' best
Uh-huh.
days are behind him. So that
He's
was
in the
just a
practice
signing
squad
that
now.
yeah, that was just a signing that they put in. One more question. I think Furball had a question. Always checking in with us. He said, "I have a
Mhm.
question. Do we need to play a more aggressive coverage against Ritter? Because on Ritter is pressure, he tends to make mistakes.
Yes,
What's the blame?
absolutely.
Best plan defense wise? Yeah, you got to bring the kitchen sink. You got to bring the kitchen sink against Ritter because we know pressure, uh, shakes him up real bad. So yeah, bring the pressure. Play man defense like you did for 6 straight quarters before switching back to zone last week. And I think that's a recipe for a win.
Yeah, you got to pull
Mikey
it out.
says, yeah, Mikey says Raheem Morris on the hot seat. We're right back to where we were 3 years ago with the laughing stock in the NFL. Complete embarrassment. I'm a true fan, but damn, man. And Mike, hey, yeah, they laughing at us, man, but that's up to us to get out of that situation, man.
Now's the
Dre
week to
Murphy
do it.
said he would love to see Rashard Evans get a chance to play. Point blank in a discussion. But that's a quick preview show, man. We had to give y'all something this week. Hopefully Berto will be back soon. Like I said, our boy Kill Bro Talk. You can catch him on TikTok. Berto is still doing his thing on TikTok. So and Bleacher Report. So hopefully he'll be back soon. But we will have a Washington preview for y'all next week. I will try to get Fred Smoot and my homegirl Kelsey Nicole Nelson, who's a freelance reporter in the DC area, and my boy Rio Robinson, who's a Commanders content creator. So we're gonna try to put together a show, man, for the Christmas holiday. And we're gonna have fun, man. Trust me, we're gonna have fun. But before we get out of here, man, you know what to do, man. Tell everybody where to find you.
Hey man, A1 Forever Sports, the platform on YouTube, man. Please come through, like, comment, and subscribe to help me get out there and to the YouTube universe as always, man. There's Twitter, you already know, A1 Forever, Instagram, A1 Forever, the real A1 Forever on TikTok, man. Appreciate y'all coming through and showing love as always as y'all do. And like again, just look a quick little preview show. We'll be back though. We're gonna be talking about them some more. So, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Just like Boom said, man, y'all go follow these guys, man. Please and thank you. We appreciate it.
Hey,
So,
Boom,
yeah, man.
Boom, while you at it, man, go on and drop your channel name in the chat so we can go follow
not?
you. Yeah, go and drop your name in the chat, your YouTube channel in the chat, man, so we can follow you, man. Dre Murphy, man, no problem. Man, we tried it. It's been tough the last couple of weeks, man, because Berto got hemmed up because of a hater. So he's trying to work things out with YouTube, but man, we're gonna keep pushing content the best we can. So he had to stay off YouTube for 2 weeks till they get his channel situated. But look, I mean, what I tell y'all all the time.
He's coming back though. Don't worry about it. He gonna be back.
I tell y'all all the time, man, whatever God got for you, no hater can stop it. And that's the God honest truth. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been through that myself. I've had haters do the same to me, but guess what? I'm back up and running, and I'm well over 14,000 now. So we're gonna keep doing our thing, man. And okay, this is DA's channel, this Boom channel at DA_ATL Sports. So y'all please go subscribe to that channel. Help Boom get his channel going, and y'all gonna see me on there because I'm gonna help him get that channel up, help him get to them 1,000 subs, man, so he can make a little change on this thing.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have like a preview show for you or something like that coming up sometime soon. Ain't that right, Boom?
Hey, Red Swan, that's absolutely true. Jealousy loves to tear down successful people, but one thing about it, man, like I said, you can try all you want, but when God opened that door, can't nobody close it. You just got to keep that journey going. But no problem, Boom. No problem, man. No doubt. He said, yes, sir, tonight. He'll be on there. So y'all.
All right, now y'all check him out.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That man, give him hell, man. And y'all check him out at DA_ATL Sports. And look, trust me, y'all won't be disappointed because look, I'm telling you, when he comes through on Sundays, he speaks the truth. So I've been trying to get him to start a YouTube channel for 2 years. So finally he did it. So do your thing, Boom. But y'all know where to catch me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. NFC South Roundtable Tuesdays at 7:00 as I kick it with my compadres from the NFC South, Panthers, Bucks, and Saints fans, content creators, should I say. We give our best thoughts, recaps, and we also do our preview show for the upcoming week that we put out on Thursdays. So y'all go check that out on NFC South Roundtable right now as we give our preview for this week's game. And Sundays, don't forget to catch us right after the Falcons game this Sunday. It will be at 4:40, and we're gonna come through, man. And look, I'm sorry, Monday after the game. But what I might do this week, I had my very first play-by-play. Very successful. Me and Chris did our thing, man. So y'all go check that out. and it was Showtime at the
It was
Apollo,
fun.
Def Comedy Jam, and football analytics wrapped up into one. So y'all, please go check that out. But Monday night we will do another play-by-play. That live stream got 4,000 views. So thank y'all for making that successful, and we really appreciate y'all coming through and kicking it with us and talking with us and just having a good time, man. Because it's it's well worth it, man. But for my
Right.
boy Chris, you got anything to say before we get out of here?
Hey man, love and happiness, man. Peace and love. Everybody find their peace today, and we got to get off the schneid.
Think he cut out again. We're gonna wait on him just a couple minutes. Let's see. But Chris, that you no doubt, man, that's true because
Right.
we had people tuning in, out of state couldn't see the game, so I put the ESPN cast up on the board, and they followed the game as we were watching, as we were giving our take on it, and
Mhm.
it it worked out, man. It worked out, and it was truly a lot of fun. But what you were saying before you were cut off by the StreamYard.
Oh man, I was just saying we gotta find our peace on Monday night, man. we gotta
Oh boy,
get off the schneid. We gotta
got to.
do it. And we
It's
we
time.
cannot lose to the Raiders, y'all. We just can't lose to the Raiders. It just can't happen. Must win
Turn,
game. All of them are must win games. Let's just be honest. And like
Bones said, turn your damn Wi-Fi back on.
my bad. I sure turned it off. no, but for real though, man. And even like Toddy said earlier, man, I see him coming through, man. Bird gang.
Shout
Hopefully,
out the Bird Game, man.
hopefully we
Atlanta
went out.
Bird Game. Please go
Hopefully we
check
went
them
out.
out too.
Yeah, hopefully we
Say it
went
again.
out. I said hopefully we went out.
Yeah.
Hopefully. So we'll
Yeah,
see,
we
man.
should be 87 boom, but we'll see, man. We will see. I agree, Dre. We don't need to embarrass ourselves. But
Mm-mm.
look, speaking of embarrassment, let's not let that happen Monday night. Let's get this win. Come home to New York, get another win because they don't really have a quarterback. And
Mhm.
let's get these two wins, man, and get back to that playoff race. But
That's
for my
it.
boy Chris, this your boy Antoine Smith signing off. We will holler at y'all soon, man, and thank y'all again for tuning in to this quick pop-up preview show. We'll holler at y'all later,
Peace.
man. Peace.